Small and medium enterprises, SMEs, are the backbone of Zambia's economy, contributing significantly to employment, innovation and growth. However, they have long struggled with limited access to finance, inadequate infrastructure and restricted markets, challenges that have hindered their progress.
Some of the challenges that the SMEs are facing is access to affordable finance. As you are aware, our interest rates in Zambia are quite high for the SMEs to be able to get loans. So we have that challenge of access to affordable finance. Nonetheless, we are working with a lot of partners who are coming in to help in different ways, like equipment provision to the SMEs. And those have been very helpful to see that the SMEs upscale their production. Another challenge that we are facing is the cost of doing business. It's quite high in Zambia to do businesses. As you are aware, there are a lot of costs associated to running a business, a lot of licenses and certification costs associated to running businesses. So some of the challenges that they are facing as they are running their businesses.
To ensure the growth of small and medium businesses, the government, through the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprise Development, has embarked on an ambitious program to establish industrial yards to specifically support small and medium businesses. These yards are meant to provide access to affordable infrastructure, business support services and markets. The government aims to boost SME productivity and competitiveness.
There was a realization around 2014 that a lot of SMEs and cooperatives are operating without modern space, without modern or acceptable industrial spaces. So there was an inventory of informal operators, those that were manufacturing in the streets. If you go to Karingaringa, you see a number of SMEs doing metal fabrication, also doing wood processing and so on to make furniture and so on. So the target was such people, especially the women and youths, to create an environment that is enabling and also provide support for improvement of their products. With the support from the African Development Bank, we have begun to see results from our effort. This was a project which was funded to a tune of $30 million US, and I think we were getting the value for money. Though I would say that we still need to see how we can mobilize more resources so that we can expand these industrial yards and also, of course, construct industrial yards in 3 provinces which were not covered under phase 1 of the project.
If you look at the 8 industrial yards that we have across the country, Dominic, you will note that we are housing over 144 SMEs and we are housing over 30 cooperatives. Now when we talk of cooperatives, we are saying each group of a cooperative should have at least 10 and above members in these cooperatives. So if we say that we have over 30 cooperatives housed in the industrial yards, we simply mean that we have over 30,000 or over 35,000 members belonging to these to these cooperatives within the industrial yards. So the job creation, if you go to the industrial yard, you will note that more women and youths are actually employed in these industrial yards, because one individual SME has at least 5 workers, 10 workers, and so job creation on that aspect is really positive, and the industrial yards have really helped to create the jobs. And also the SME development itself. We don't want to see SMEs operating from the back of their homes or even from the small makeshifts. We are saying you cannot value add in areas that are not wall structures, in areas that are not business designated. So can you come to these industrial yards for you to work in a proper environment for you to develop as SMEs? Remember, what we want is to ensure that there is foster developing of these MSMEs within the country, and that is why we embarked on building these industrial yards.
Government support is crucial for SMEs, and industrial yards represent a policy shift to promote diversification and jobs. The ministry continues investing in SMEs' growth potential. Supporting the development and growth of small businesses in Zambia is crucial for driving economic diversification, creating employment opportunities, and promoting sustainable economic growth.
Well, the policy framework for these industrial yards is quite broader, especially that MSMEs development and industrialization agenda of the government. We want to see industrialization grow. And the policy is not just industrialization, but it also helps the formalization of MSMEs within the country, because if you have SMEs that are operating along the streets, it's difficult for them to formalize. But when you put them into these industrial yards, you will note that these SMEs will understand what formalization is and the benefits that come with formalization. You will also note that it's not just the government that is helping these SMEs to grow, but there are institutions such as the Citizen Economic Empowerment Commission, who is now looking at these formalized MSMEs in the industrial yards and how best they can be helped by the Citizen Economic Empowerment Commission. You don't want to see the CEC go to the roadside and pick MSMEs that are operating from the roads and offer them loans. It will not come. So the empowerment will only come to those SMEs who are formalized, SMEs who are in designated areas, who have got an address that Citizen Economic Empowerment Commission can come to help you to benefit from the loans that they offer to the MSMEs.
The establishment of industrial yards is driven by the need of the government to address the country's infrastructure deficit and promote economic diversification. The lack of industrial infrastructure is what has over time led to inefficiencies in production, processing, and marketing among the small and medium businesses in the country, resulting in low productivity. The Solwezi Industrial Yard is a prime example of the impact of this initiative. The facility supports small and medium businesses.
We are blessed to have mining giants in the province, specifically Solwezi and Kalumbila. This offers opportunity to our SMEs through the mine supply chain. And on the bigger side, the SMEs have opportunity on the Lobito Corridors project. That's a cross-border trade among Zambia itself, Angola and Congo. Yes, we partner with a number of stakeholders, but to note a few, we have Kansanshi Mine, we have Absa Bank through its Absa Innovation Hub, and also we work closely with ZDA, that's a Zambia Development Agency, to facilitate cross-border trade and investment.
The Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises is collaborating with private sector companies, development partners, and stakeholders to ensure SME success at industrial yards. This partnership is providing SMEs with access to new markets, technologies, and expertise, enhancing their productivity and competitiveness. Through this collaboration, stakeholders also aim to create a thriving SME sector, driving Zambia's economic growth and job creation.
So the ministry collaborates with other government agencies because we do not offer all the services on our own, and we have noted that partnerships are very effective in leveraging resources, the limited resources that we have to ensure that we get the results that we need to achieve. Therefore, by leveraging partnerships and working with other departments such as Zambia Compulsory Standards, Zambia Bureau of Standards, and other agencies such as Zambia Export Development Fund, we have been engaging various quality assurance service providers to see how best these services can be delivered to our SMEs so that they can then produce goods which are acceptable in the market.
Offering incentives through various partners has been one of the key strategies for the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprise Development to ensure the growth of SMEs. These incentives have come in different forms to enable small businesses to grow, invest, and remain relevant in the evolving market. These incentives are not only meant to encourage entrepreneurship, but also promote competition.
Our engagement with the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprise, they have been working with us very closely in terms of mentorship, and it's through those mentorship that we managed to engage with CEC, and CEC now is at a point where they are to fund us so that we can access or have our own automated equipment, because right now we are just using manual artisanal production. Now with the automation, we are going to scale up. So I think we've done most of the work. We are like at 95. Sooner than later, we are going to receive that funding, and then we shall acquire the automated equipment.
If there is a way in which they can at least exempt us for a certain period out of the tax, because remember, each time I take this in the shop, they would ask me to provide VAT. But yet, where I'm buying from, they are exempted from VAT. Okay? So how do we balance up things like that? So in this case, we are asking, just like any other investors that they come into our country to do business, if we can also be exempted for a certain period, so that once we develop our products and reach a certain stage, then we can get back to the tax, paying tax. But otherwise, when you are starting, it's a challenge. And then at the same time, you start paying tax, you haven't even developed the product to that standard, you haven't even finished the processes with maybe Zambia Bureau of Standards, already they want you to pay tax. Okay, so that way it affects, and that's why most of the people fail along the way. But if there can be a deliberate move by government to help beginners in business to be exempted from certain taxes, it will help people to move to a higher level.
The establishment of industrial yards has had a transformative impact on small businesses here in Northwestern Province and beyond. This concept has proven to be a successful model for supporting small businesses and driving economic growth by increasing productivity, improving product quality, and expanding market reach.
We do value addition to indigenous vegetables. At the moment, we are adding value to his hibiscus, which is lumanda, as well as pumpkin leaves, which is chihuahua, locally known as chihuahua. So basically, from the pumpkin leaves, we're making two products. The first one is fisashi. So this is a ready-to-go product that is already infused with groundnuts. So you can easily just open it and have it with your meal. Then the second product we have from the pumpkin leaves is mundioli, which is a product for this for the market segment in Southern Province. It's basically pumpkin leaves, but we do add value by actually grinding it, reducing it into a powder, and then we infuse groundnuts, and as well, mundioli is ready-to-eat product.
We are into value addition to our local agricultural produced products, and since 2023, that has been our business, and we've been manufacturing products like you can see. We are doing tomato powder. The tomato, I know we are used to paste, but now we are making tomato in powder form. We are also making onions, red onion in powder form, tomato powder in powder form, brown onion in powder form. We are also into fruits. We dry the fruits, like we have dried pineapples, dried mangoes, dried bananas, and we are also making ginger powder as well as ginger snack. Our products are gaining ground almost in every area or every aspect of life in our community. Actually, the market is forcing us to improve in terms of buying more machinery so that we increase our capacity. Remember, Minister of Small Scale and Medium Enterprise are also there to help SMEs to make sure that we are out there in all the supermarkets with our products. And we can only meet such demands if we increase our production capacity, and that comes with the increase in machinery, increase in also workforce and the like, and also improvement in the quality of the products that we do.
So we have, this vendor is new. She started bringing in denser food products, which is the soya porridge, soya moringa porridge, and the moringa powders. The response is actually really good. So it depends on the traction of clients we get. So let's say in a month, it's dependent. So this week she can get 5, the other week just 2. So it's just dependent on the foot traffic we have.
The impact of industrial yards extends beyond economic metrics, but has also provided significant social benefits that include economic empowerment for many.
They provided us with this place here at the industrial yard. They're taking care of us. They have provided visibility also. They've brought a lot of people who are interested in our business, like the Robito corridor are also involved. Like the Kansanshi mine, we are under the local content also now, so that only says that our market is even growing bigger because of the support of the Ministry of SME. And for the ZABs, they've also been very, very helpful to us. They provided training for us just last month, and we applied for certification with them, where we are awaiting inspection. They called us. I'm sure they'll be setting up a date to come and inspect us, and then we can go from there. For the expansion with the Kansanshi mine local content, they are going to support us with market especially. So we'll be getting into the mines in the next few months. For machinery, there's 2 types of machinery that we can procure. Both of them are bottle making machines. One of them is for the 600 mils, and then we can also procure one for the 20 liters. And then we would also request to have a truck procured for us that will enable us to reach further markets, Kalumbila and beyond, in Congo. We have Angola. We can be able to reach those places as well, maybe even as far as the copper belts.
Business in terms of manufacturing is growing, and this is why we came up with the idea of coming to the industrial yard, because they've offered us a platform, a conducive environment and platform where our cost of production in terms of rentals, electricity bills are able to be managed in terms of subsidizing the costs of production. We're looking into acquiring equipment to improve the quality of our chemicals, I should say, because right now we have a manual system of mixing and a manual system of packaging. We'd like to look into packaging our products with through machinery, and also mixing our products to get the quality, consistency, international standard of consistency in terms of quality, so that we can compete with the other manufacturers on the market. Currently, our major market is in Northwestern Province, but we do have our projects in Lusaka and other regions of the country. Yes. So our vision through that machine is to package certain products like washing powder, sugars, and all sorts of granular items that our low-income people in our communities can manage. You see, should I say the shanty compounds, they harbor or they accommodate a large scale of population, or should I say a large number of people that can benefit from items that are packaged in smaller packagings.
Long-term plans are crucial for supporting small businesses in the country because they provide a stable and predictable environment for entrepreneurs to invest and grow. For the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprise Development, the Industrial Yards Initiative is contributing significantly to Zambia's economic growth, job creation, and poverty. and poverty reduction. As Zambia's SME sector continues to evolve, the industrial yards are poised to play a pivotal role in driving entrepreneurship and economic development.
We devise strategies for continuity. So the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises, as the executing agency, has established mechanisms for continuity through the Department of Business Development and Grants. These mechanisms include orientation of appointed ministry staff to continue managing the industrial yards. But also the bulking centers. I didn't mention that we are not just focusing on industrial yards. We also had an intervention in the cassava value chain in terms of contributing towards commercializing the value chain, because cassava is white gold. Yeah, so the ministry has put in place that mechanism to have ministry staff take over. So we are in a transition now. We are orienting. So we've done a lot of engagement in terms of linking the ministry to the project activities. So that is one. So that transition is ongoing. We don't want to lose the gains that we've made. Number two, we're working towards phase 2 of the project. We think that phase 2 is going to facilitate the sustainable management of these facilities, the industrial yards, bulking centers, and also other facilities such as cassava warehouses, because it's going to bring a little bit more resources to continue strengthening systems that the ministry is using to manage these facilities, particularly to meet the development goal of creating more jobs, gender equality, and poverty reduction. So phase 2 is going to be a game changer. And so far what we've done is we've already completed some of the studies. The environmental and social impact assessment has been done for phase 2. We are doing the socio-economic feasibility study now, and those are very important studies towards the preparation of phase 2. So this is where we are, and we hope that the African Development Bank has been all-season development partner to the government, who's to come back on board and support this initiative.